because he made a false police report. I think it was in the Mo3 situation, in the Mo3 count. I think he was giving out false information to the police, and they coming to get his ass. I think the Mo3 situation is finally coming to spin the block on Rainwater, and we about to witness it.
So you thinking they found out that he lied about, I guess, about like the phone call?
I think they been knew the whole time he lied. I think the police been playing Rainwater. They knew, yeah, they Rainwater lied about the phone call when he called the news station when in the Boozy shooting. He lied about the phone call when he called the lady, because supposedly he called the lady and asked her for the video of the dude sitting outside of John C. Banks' house that night. Your boy Rainwater allegedly has been tampering with a whole lot of evidence in the Mo3 case. He been trying to call people and clean up shit.
And they finally got his ass.
Yeah, I think they just been waiting to charge him. I think they've been trying to, how you use somebody, act like you fucking with them, act like you cool with them, letting them keep coming up to the police. Because they say Rainwater went up to the police station probably 1,000 times when Mo3 died. Trying to give information and play like he got information. When I tell you he was at the police station, he was at the police station so much you would thought he worked there. You'd have thought he was undercover. He was at that police station so much, yeah. I kid you not. Like who is calling the news to report shootings, twin? The nigga Rainwater was calling the news reporting shootings.
But see, and that goes back to when he came on your page that day we was talking to him. And it go back to what I was telling you. I said, I really have a hard time believing him because why is it that you're so confident and so comfortable telling certain stories that you wouldn't tell the police? We read your initial statement. We read what you said. That's not what you're telling other panels. You get what I'm saying? You're giving out certain details about certain things, and you got us connecting the dots. But you were screaming, "Oh, that's my friend, like my homeboy. I want justice for him." So why you didn't tell us? Why you didn't tell us the truth? Why you lie and tell the police you got an Uber and come to find out that wasn't the case?
And that's the conflicted stories that we dealing with. The police report say he said one thing. He get on here and say another thing. Which one
Exactly.
is it, man?
That's honestly that's what I thought he was arrested for. I thought it was because they was finally like, yeah, nah, nigga, we tired of you lying.
That's what it is. He lied in a lot of situations and a whole bunch of false police police reports, police calls. So now they about to put pressure on Rain. Cause they know he ain't no jail nigga. They know he ain't built for jail. A lot of people don't know. Rain went to prison before. Rain was caught in a burglary. He committed a
Yeah, wasn't
burglary.
he robbing or something like that?
He was robbing him and his homeboy, and he snitched on his homeboy, and he actually took the stand on his homeboy. Rainwater took the stand on his homeboy.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? So Rainwater, he ain't he a civilian. He quick to tell you he a civilian. If I run his paperwork, I can run his paperwork right now. If I show you his paperwork and show you when he went to prison and show you when he snitched, you gonna see sealed documents.
So let me ask this. Explain this to me because this is where I'm a little bit confused. How is it that Mo 3 had a manager already he had a contract with, but he wouldn't sign paperwork with Rainwater. So how is Rainwater able to put out his music like this if they never had a contract?
Because what happened was when Mo3 died, he persuaded his mother into turning over the and signing him to a contract for Mo3, basically.
Mm,
Because his mother was in charge of the estate at the time, he she gave him managerial duty over
the
over his
music.
estate, the
Damn.
music compartment of the estate. So he gained Mo3's contract after Mo3's death.
Oh yeah,
That's
you
why
niggas
that
is treacherous.
that's why people say he gained more after Mo3 died than he had when Mo3 was alive. Because he didn't have a contract when Mo3 was alive. Mo3 would just give him whatever he wanted to give him. He didn't have no record label when Mo3 was alive. Now all of a sudden Mo3 dead. He got his own record label called Legendary. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
He names Mo3 album Legendary after his son. How you gonna name your Mo3's album after your son?
Mm. Mm.
So
Rain
a
water.
lot of shit don't. A lot of this shit don't add up.
Nah, it really don't. It really
And
don't.
and then another thing people keep forgetting. I don't care what nobody say. At the end of the day, somebody had to give the drop to to them people. Let them know Mo3 was at them girls' house. How did they know Mo3 was at their girl's house? How did they know tonight was the night? How did they? It's not like Mo3 was over there every day. Mo3 was in Cali. He just got back from Cali. So how was they? How did they know tonight's the night? How did they know we gonna lay the drop on them? How did they know let's round up all the troops? Just one phone call to the son ain't gonna do it.
Because
You
I
see what I'm
think what was
saying?
their what their story was, he was calling to check on his son, and then his son was like, "Yeah, Dad, 3 is over here."
Yeah,
So
but
then
but
my
that ain't
question is, how often does your baby daddy check in with his kid?
but that ain't even enough for you to put a whole elaborate play together. Because for all you know, you could call your son and say 3 here, and he leave 10 minutes later. We're gonna put up a whole play together. Hey, go get the gun. Y'all go get the gun. We about to go. We about to put this together right now. Hey, we're gonna watch out. We gonna bro. What they did to Mo3 was is something that takes weeks to put together. It takes days to put together. To plot how we gonna follow them to the highway. We gonna have these cars behind us. We gonna do this. Bro, they had. Do you not know they had to get license plates for that car and everything?
Ain't that what the Ducky boy mama or something did?
Exactly. She got license plates ahead of time. So that means they knew this was going to happen ahead of time. They was preparing for this day because they already had the car, they already had the license plates. That he had already been given the money. Money was already being in place. So there was already a murder for hire put in place. So that lets you know that somebody had help with the play. Somebody had to help with the play because
From
this
the
was already
inside.
exactly because this was already being put in place on their side. And if this is already being put in place on their side, then somebody had to let them know when the right day was to do it.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Nah, that makes sense.
Like you just don't like think about it. We just don't go out on a spare moment to go kill somebody.
Yeah, you're right. You know, you're right about that because I was thinking the highway is where it made it look like it had to be the setup, because had the highway not played out the way it did, I would have genuinely thought it was, I call in, check on my son, I find out you there, I tell the boys, that nigga over there, they like, man, let's get that nigga, let's wait for him outside, chase him and kill him. But then y'all was on a highway with multiple cars, and it's like Nah, like you said, it take time to plot all of that out. So y'all been had sat there and plotted this out, which means somebody had to tell you that he was going to be there before he even got there. And you just,
Exactly.
hey, call your son real quick and make it look like you just found out, or call your son just to confirm that, you know, that's his vehicle or whatever it was to make it look like it. But in reality, yeah,
And,
nah,
and,
y'all said,
not only that, let me tell you this. How do we know that the son phone call shit ain't a play put together just to not implicate her?
yeah, that's what, yeah,
How we know that she not using her son as an escape though? How we know that wasn't really a phone that she used? How we know that she ain't one of them dirty ass bros that got a phone, but that also use her phone to talk to niggas on the side?
nah, that's true.
Bro, I seen a lot of dirty females like that. I seen a lot of, man. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I was chilling with this one bitch, and she had a phone. Used to let me go live on her phone and everything. You feel me? Let me go
Yeah.
live on her phone, kicking everything. Just, but guess what? The whole time, she was using her daughter phone. Her daughter, somebody called the daughter phone. Her daughter come on the phone one day, such and such on the phone for you.
Oh, damn.
The kids don't know no better. You feel me?
Yeah.
But that's what they do. So how we know that that bitch wasn't using her son phone as her whole phone?
Yeah.
Exactly. Stacks was using his son as his whole phone. So how, you feel me? So how we know she wasn't using it as her whole phone?
That's funny. Yeah, she definitely said that was her son's phone. That's crazy.
So it's not like the phone was tapped and we know who was the one talking. And then how many times have we said, let's keep it real? How many kids you know picking up the phone 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning? This child was a young ass kid.
Yeah.
This child was a young ass kid. And I kept it real. I firmly believe, and I keep telling you, I really believe that she convinced Mo3 not to leave that house.
You
I
think so?
believe, yeah, I believe she coerced him not to leave that house. I think you know how when a nigga come to your crib and you like I feel like a woman know how to keep a nigga over. She
Oh
know
yeah,
how to
yeah, yeah.
she know how to fuck him, feed him, and put him to sleep. Right? Fuck him, feed him, put him to sleep.
Yeah, they said they
Oh,
was playing card games and everything.
exactly. And he supposedly stayed over there 24 hours. Got there in the morning, left the next day in the morning around the same time. Now he don't. This man don't smoke and he don't drink. Let me say this again. Mo3 don't smoke and he don't drink. How do you keep a man attention for 24 hours and you ain't giving him no pussy? Supposedly he didn't get no pussy.
Mm.
Pay
Yeah.
attention. Think about that. Do you know how much work do you got to put in to keep a nigga interest for 24 hours and he don't smoke or drink? Nigga, you got to have some good ass conversation, especially if you ain't giving me no pussy. Am I right?
Yeah, and you got your sisters over there, y'all playing games, y'all laughing, have you know what I'm saying? You ain't keeping them engaged.
And I believe she was promising him some pussy if he stayed the night.
And he
I
stayed
think
the
that
night.
I think that was the whole play. If he stay at night, if you stay at night, baby, I'm gonna give you some pussy.
Yeah. Yeah, nah,
And
he definitely hit.
and why he in the pussy While he in the pussy, somebody else is out there in the car taking the gun out the car.
And you think that you don't think that the gun just wasn't there?
No, I think somebody took it in the car out the car that night while he was in the pussy.
Cause I'm trying to think, who don't lock their car door?
The key was took out of the house. I believe the key was took out the house. And I don't and remember, you don't have to leave the house to unlock the door.
Oh yeah, you could do it from, yeah.
You don't have to leave the house to unlock the door. I
Have
believe
one of them
somebody.
kids hit it.
I believe somebody grabbed that nigga key and went and while he was in the pussy, or right when he was doing what he doing, when he was distracted, they unlocked the door with the key.
Yeah, because it ain't nothing but a button.
Ain't nothing but a button. Unlock the door with the key.
So then I guess the question is, why why help? Why help them take this man out?
What? Why help? Because
Yeah,
that's
like the sisters, because I'm if anybody, I'm looking at the sisters. Like,
the reason they gonna help is because that's where they alliance is to. They alliance was always to GRC. They went to school with Yellow Beezy. They've been knowing these niggas for a minute. Remember, they didn't. The girl said she didn't even want to give Mo3 no pussy. The girl said she didn't even like Mo3. She said Mo3 was chasing her for months before she even gave him any play. She said her sister Jackie had to convince her to give him play, to even look his way.
yeah, I always thought Jackie knew more than what she led on to be.
I always felt like Jackie was the one who put the play together. I always felt like Jackie was the one who was talking to the motherfuckers and letting them know her moves. You know, you always got that one sister who act like she fuck with you, but low key hate on you and tell everybody your business. And
Yeah.
I believe Jackie is that sister. I believe Jackie is that sister who mad because she ain't got the body, she ain't got the booty that Jossie got. You see, Jossie could get a nigga with her ass alone. And I think Jackie, I think, is upset because she don't got the booty. She don't got the looks that her sister got. So she gotta do her shit by scamming, being conniving. And I believe that was her way of backdooring her sister. Like
Yeah, I can see it.
I don't think this the first time. I don't think this the first time she ever backdoored her sister. I think if her sister really kept it 100, they'll tell you plenty of times where she backdoored her sister. Just like we know this ain't the first time that Rainwater backdoored Mo3. This ain't the first time Rainwater backdoored Mo3.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Man, come on. Do you know how many deals Rainwater was getting money over the top on Mo3? Think about it. Rainwater has always had the reputation as a janky promoter. You
Yeah, I've
think,
heard that a
yeah,
lot.
you think this nigga wasn't charging people more money than what Mo3 was charging and taking money off the top? You crazy. You crazy. CEO Dre said that Rainwater tried to get him to rob Moneybag Yo. When Moneybag Yo came to do the video shoot for Mo3 when he featured in Mo3 song.
Oh.
Yeah. He said Rainwater was up there at the video shoot. He said they saw Moneybag Yo had all this money and they was doing they dizzle. He said the nigga called him, and you know, CEO Dre, that used to be Mo3 original manager. That was his manager before Rainwater. He said he called him and was like, yo, where you at, man? You got them guns with you? You got them things with you? He said, yeah, why, what's up? He said, oh, man, yo, you know, Moneybag Yo out here. Man, we out here, Moneybag Yo out here. Oh, man, he got a lot of money. He got this jewelry, too. let's get this nigga. That's what he said.
That's
He said,
wild.
bro, he said he came out there with the goons, came out there with the heat. He said they was gonna get this nigga. Only reason they didn't get Moneybag Yo is because he seemed cool, and they started feeling, and they was like, man, I ain't gonna do this to this nigga. But he said ever since that day, he looked at Rainwater funny, like, damn, you a backdoor your own nigga.
Because that was not a war that they really wanted.
And this was in the beginning. You remember this when Moneybag Yo first came out. This was in the beginning when Mo3 had the feature with him when he first started moving. That was one. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Moneybag Yo was one of Mo3 first features, if not his first feature.
Damn.
That's what I said, man. Y'all be careful. This trial will be heating up, and when this trial heat up, watch. Rainwater will be on the stand. Remember, I said that Rainwater gonna be on the stand. He's a witness in this case. He gonna be on the stand testifying.
I mean, shit. I hope he finally tells the truth.
Shit, he better. He gonna be under oath.
Cause one thing I will say, there's only a few things I can say that Jossie has been consistent about. And that story of Rainwater that she keeps saying, she says that same story verbatim. Nothing has changed. That's probably the only thing her story that has not changed. So I believe it about him saying the nigga died wearing my clothes and stuff like that.
He said, "Look at him now. Look where Mo3 now, dead in the street, in the middle of the street."
Yeah, she repeats that story verbatim. She ain't never changed it after all these years. So I believe the nigga said it. Everybody saying you shiesty. Everybody is staying away from you. That the proof is right there. Something off. And then you and Beezy all of a sudden a lawsuit and you got a broken hip and all this, like, nah, it's a lot of shit going on.
I think that was all a front. I don't think he ever broke his hip. Let's
I
be
don't either.
honest, y'all. I don't think Rainwater ever broke his rib. And you want to know how I know he did never have broke his hip or had a hip replacement? You want me to tell you how I know that that's all fake in a facade?
How?
And that was because if you go on YouTube, people with hip replacements, go look how they walk. Go look at the
Oh yeah,
videos
yeah, they walk different for the rest of their life.
for the rest of their life, my nigga. You cannot have a hip replacement. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. You cannot have a hip replacement and walk normal the way Rainwater do. Now, I've met Rainwater in person. I've been around Rainwater at my son's football game. He walks normal. Rainwater don't walk like he got a hip replacement. He don't sit like he got a hip replacement.
Hell,
To
he was
me,
trying
that
to
shit,
fight in South by Southwest with a hip replacement,
exactly.
allegedly.
Now, what nigga you know trying to fight with a hip replacement?
A big nigga, that white boy, Jin, whatever his name is.
That shit is fake, y'all. That's all a fraud. There is no hip replacement. That was all done just a facade, just to create a way to get the money so they could funnel the setup money. To me, I believe that was the setup money. I believe that was the big package. The big package was getting somebody to set it up. Because remember, I told you, without somebody setting this shit up, Mo3 don't die. Mo3 still alive. You couldn't kill Mo3 without somebody helping you kill Mo3.
Somebody on the inside, yeah.
That was the most important part. Was the setup. It's all, man, think about it. Me and you both know, twin, that the only way you could get somebody is always got to be somebody helping you.
On the inside.
You gotta know something.
You may know
Anybody,
I'm going left, but it's the homie that's gonna tell you when.
exactly. You gotta know something. You just don't pop out and just say you gotta. Just like if I want to get you at your house, I want to catch you coming out. I don't just show up to your house and say, "Oh, he's coming out right now." I gotta know. I gotta watch you for a while and know what time you wake up in the morning, what time you take out, what days you take out the trash, what time you move in when you take the kids to school. It's you have to know something.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And most of the time they have somebody that's giving them this information. You see what I'm saying? Somebody's
Yeah.
reporting to them. That's how you get a job done clean. And one thing we know about that job, Mo3 murder, it was a clean job. You ain't never seen, I don't care what you say. You can say what you want about they got caught, but guess what? The way it was motherfucking done was like how they do in foreign countries. It was done on the highway. It was done strategic. They spent the car. They walked them down. Guess what they call that? They call that militant. They call that, that's how the foreign people do in Brazil and all in them other countries when they taking you for ransom. They get you on the highway. They kill you on the highway.
I mean, I'm be real. If they hadn't, I really believe it. If that GRC Rico didn't happen, they would have never caught them boys. I honestly believe that. I
Probably
honestly believe
wouldn't have.
that they would have them boys would have never got caught if that GRC Rico didn't happen and they hadn't already had those houses, in the
Oh,
court
and the
case and
paperwork.
already watching
Ooh.
them in the paperwork. If they wouldn't have had that, man, Keywan would be free right now and we would still be unsolved.
And you got to remember, like I keep telling you, I'm still going to tell people from the beginning. I've always felt like Trap Boy was working with the police from jump. I feel like he was always snitching. I feel like Trap Boy always was low key playing both sides. I'm
That's
always
actually
say
really
that.
funny you say that because I just saw a clip probably a couple months ago, but I just seen it the other day and they were saying how it was people from Trap Boy's hood and they was like, I don't think they was asking him like people are saying, he might be a snitch. He was like, I don't think he's a snitch. And then he was like, but it is crazy how like the block be hot after he leave. Like the laws
Yeah,
in them don't show up, but then when he leaves, then all of a sudden niggas jump out and da 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 da. And he was like, I don't know. And I was thinking, well, that's a hell of a coincidence. He seemed
bro,
to always lead a block when when them folks come.
bro. When I looked up his record, bro, he had 3 sealed indictments. That's all I needed to see.
Mm.
He got 3 federal and sealed indictments on Pacer. Then, then,
Mm.
then not only that, when he just went to prison his last time to the feds, he was a felon in possession of a firearm. Only got a year. I only know he only got like 8 months. He ain't even do a year. He got like 6, 8 months. So who you know is a felon in possession of a firearm? He gets 6, 8 months. That's why I say these little young YNs be so stupid because he back in the street around these little niggas. He in videos with these little niggas. They all chilling together. And I'm like, these little YNs, y'all should know better. Y'all should know better.
I mean, but
Ain't
Cap, it's like you don't want to think that the OG of the hood that you respect, you don't want to believe that you know what I'm saying? They don't want to believe that.
my bro, but you should believe it because you should be saying to yourself, yo, dog, you was a felon in possession of a gun. How you only do 6 months?
Well, that's these
That's
niggas don't know the law. These
and
niggas
you got
like what they told us. Like I ain't throw them out there, but oh boy, with the switch thing. Well, I got me an attorney and da da da. Niggas that don't know the law, they like, oh shit, you got a good attorney. Whole time, I mean, it could be something else.
man, niggas giving up
Well, how many times
information.
have we
And
heard
then
on this damn app niggas say they got good attorneys?
all of course, because that's all they could say. That's all you can say is, oh, I had a good attorney. Half of the time you find out
Exactly.
when
But
you
when you trap boy Freddie and you got the money and you say I got a good attorney, niggas is thinking, oh shit, you probably really got a
okay.
good attorney.
Bonnie said Stacks had a good attorney, and when we looked his paperwork, we found out he had a public defender. We found out he
Bonnie
had a
says
public defender.
she says she spent $16,000, man.
Come on. Okay, let me ask you a question. How are you on public assistance spending $16,000 on a lawyer? That don't even make sense. How can you afford to spend $16,000 on a lawyer on public assistance? where you paying for, where you get public assistance, you get food stamps, you on welfare. There's no way possible. That's why I say you could tell that to these other niggas on YouTube. You can't tell that to a nigga that got a son in college, that pay a mortgage, and that know how money work, that know what financial literacy is. You understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
There's no way you could pay $16,000 to a lawyer and you are a low middle class female, one only person working in the household.
Yeah, that's why I said
Who are you fooling?
they out here trapping.
I don't give a fuck how much money you get back on your taxes, nigga. I don't get, and I do taxes, so I know you ain't getting $16,000 back on your taxes. You could tell that to somebody else. And the average low income household ain't got 16,000 saved in the bank. If you did, you wouldn't be broke right now and living in the car. Let's just keep it real. I just be looking at niggas and be like, man, y'all just be talking. And it should be all lies. Niggas ain't paying for nothing. Nothing. Niggas, if you could pay 16,000 for a lawyer, then guess what? Guess what that means? You should never be homeless. You should never have to worry about a place to stay. Because you know why? Because if I could give a lawyer 16,000 for a nigga, then I'm always have money to take care of myself. Am I right, Twin?
Yeah.
I'm always going to have money to take care of myself if I'm willing to give 16,000 up to a lawyer.
Nah, that's true.
And guess what, Twin? I got money. I got money. The most I ever paid to a lawyer at one time is I had 3 felonies at one time. The most I ever paid was 7,000. 3 felonies. Nigga, if I ever had to give $16,000 up to a lawyer, you know what I'm going to tell my wife? You know what I'm going to tell her?
What?
Keep that in the bank. I get a public defender. Keep that money. Why would I spend $16,000 for a lawyer when I could keep that money? Fuck that. Keep that money. I'm gonna need that 16,000.
Yeah. For worst case scenario, yeah.
Nigga, just in case if I go to jail, I'm gonna have to pay bills. Nigga, you gonna need that to take care of the family.
Or even if I do get parole, that I gotta pay. I mean, probation, that I gotta pay that.
My nigga, look, she made a stupid decision. Know why? Let's just say worst case scenario, she did pay the 16,000, right? You paid 16,000. He out of jail. You broke and he can't get a job. You pay $16,000. He out of jail, broke, and he can't get a job. That's a waste of $16,000. He can't even go back.
She thinking about her kids though. You know, that's what she's thinking about.
Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. I would have told that nigga, do your time, get your life together. Nigga, I'm gonna go do my time, get my life together, come back, get my weight up. You know what I'm saying? Put 2,000 on my books. You know what I'm saying? And keep the money. I'll be back in 3 years. I'll be out in 3-4 years. I'll catch parole in 2.5.
Yeah. But as I said, she wasn't thinking like that. She thinking like, hey, my son and my daughter, like they miss their daddy. So
but them ain't even his kids.
Yes, it is. Cole said that those are for sure his kids.
Bro, that is a lie. I showed y'all the child support paperwork. I showed y'all the child support paperwork. Them is not his kids. If the paperwork say it in black and white that he's not the father.
Oh shit.
She had him on child support for them kids. That's why he don't respect her. Because they not his kids. Why you think he don't play with the kids?
Damn.
My nigga, how another nigga gonna say he for sure can say he the daddy? My nigga, that don't even make sense. Another nigga, that's like another nigga coming in my household saying I can for sure say Cap is the daddy. Nigga, you don't know. You can't for sure say if I'm the daddy, nigga. You ain't seen no paternity test. No one man can go into another man's house and be for sure that another man is the daddy. He didn't even know his homie was a snitch. He didn't even know that the nigga was a snitch. How the fuck he gonna tell me that he know the nigga is the daddy? Nigga, you don't know who the daddy. Shit, Cole might not be the daddy of his kids. My nigga, we know how this shit go. Twin, keep it real. My nigga, a lot of these niggas don't even know if they the dad. A lot of these niggas think they the daddy of their kids and not even the daddy. Some of you niggas be going years with your bitch having you thinking you the daddy and not even the daddy. So how you gonna tell me about another nigga?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That does happen more often than people would want to believe it does.
All the time. Nigga be thinking the kid look just like him. And guess what? You want to know the crazy thing about it, Twin? 90% of the time when the nigga find out the kid is not his, the kid look just like him.
That is also true. I've seen that.
The kid look just like you, my nigga, and you ain't the daddy.
Nah, that's true.
The kid look just like you. Nigga, everybody in the city like, oh, that little nigga look just like you. You definitely the daddy. And he don't be your kid. You ever heard that saying, you feed him long enough and change his diaper long enough, he look like you or she look like you?
Nah, that's true.
That shit is true. If you
Or
bond
sometimes
with
even a kid, much like the mama, you can't even tell.
exactly. But if
They
you
like, oh
bond,
no, that's a spinning image of his mama, but you're not the daddy.
that's why I say, man, don't believe that shit, man.